Oh, fish on. Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's a chub. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's a little pike. Morning, guys. Andy the Budget Angler here. Just out, I'm sure you recognise this spot, out on the local river. Going to do some light lure fishing today. Going to just chuck some little, you know, little jigs, little fixed jig heads around. See what I can get, because the last few times I've come out, I've had some nice little perch and chub. And I've just spoken to a bloke at a swim that I was going to start first, and he said he's seen a great big perch cruising around. So you never know, he might come up this way. I'm not going to fish my usual spots this week because I reckon it's going to be busy. It's set to be quite a nice day. It's chucked it down all night and all morning, so there should be plenty of water in the river. It is fast flowing and coloured, which, you know, normally I find that a enticing prospect with lure fishing, but you know, it's like any old day, anything can happen. So I'm going to go that way behind me for a change, head up that way, which I have fished it a few times up there, but I don't think I've ever done a video fishing up there, and I always tend to neglect it. I don't know why. It's just sort of one of those places, one of those stretches that for whatever reason it just doesn't look well to me, but I know people fish it and successfully fish it, you know, from social media and chatting to people. So yeah, I'm just thought, well, let's give it a go. I've pretty much got all day if I need it to be out, so fingers crossed. I was hoping to be out a lot earlier. It's about 9:30, and I set my alarm for 6:30 to get out nice and early, and then it was chucking it down when I woke up, and I thought I'll have another half hour in bed and then sort of head out. And obviously I didn't wake up until much later because I didn't set an alarm. So yeah, anyway, I've waffled on. Let's get tackled up and let's get some fish. Oh, fish on. Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's a chub. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's a little pike. Ooh. Oh, it felt a bit chubby to start with. Oh, he's giving a good account of himself. It's not that little, actually. Not for my size, anyway. No, it's, yeah, God, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
My pond jumped out some weeks back, and got one of my bigger ones, and I was like, bloody hell. As he was out the pond, I thought I picked him up, put him back in here. That was real weight, you know. It was 10 pounds. Was it? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, oh, he's out of the net anyway, so I'm going to retrieve my net. That's a repair job I did on it. I fell over and snapped it. That's it. That was lucky. Alright. Nip home and get me spare net handle now. Thanks very much, cheers. See ya. Well, I don't know if that come out, but I'm at home now, guys, so I am going back out. Don't worry, this ain't the end of the video. But I snapped my net handle. It's one I'd previously repaired, and that's the second time that's happened, so I think it's time to bite the bullet and get a new one. And it's a really good net handle. It's the Spro Freestyle 4-metre one, but it closes to like 60 centimetres, so it's absolutely amazing for transporting. But I, fishing on the chalk stream a few months ago, was stuck in the mud and kind of toppled over, and just fell onto it basically and snapped it right at the top. And it's a reasonable repair, but I think it's never going to be as good. And fishing off them high walls, and that fish was, you know, what, £4 maybe, something like that. Yeah, it was just too much for it. So I've got me standard NGT net handle. Is that person walking behind me thinking, who's he talking to? Very strange. Right, anyway, I'm going to go and catch some more fish. Oh, fish on. Oh, it's a chub as well. What a result. Oh, yes. Oh, what a cracking fish. Oh, he's absolutely inhaled that as well. There you go, guys. What about that then? Absolutely lovely. I think that's probably the best chub I've ever caught on a lure, so I'm pleased as punch with that. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, fish on. Ah, oh, it's off. It was a little pike. Got him. Oh shit. Well, it's that pike again, but not a massive one. But I've only got, well, a £7 fluoro on the end, so it will be alright, but I don't want to bully him out. It's funny, isn't it? I land more pike coarse fishing than I do lure fishing. Should have unscrewed me net already. That's better. Oh, just in the lip, absolutely brilliant. Well, I'll just talk you through the gear I'm using, guys. Again, I'm using my feeder rod for lure fishing, just with the firm tip on it. I don't know why, it's just because it's so portable. It's not telescopic, I just enjoy the action of it, and it's working. I don't know if you can see some little ripples out there, but there's a nice shoal of ruds just sort of cruising up and down. Some of them are not bad size as well, you know, over hand size. Shame I haven't should have bought my fly rod, although it's getting a bit late in the season for me to fly fish. I never really tried it in the winter, to be honest, as the fish always tend to be deeper, and I haven't got a lot of confidence fishing flies deep on a river. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, so it's a damn. Is this a damn shadow? I don't know. It's a little really small size, 1500 or 1000 size reel. Just some yellow braid on it, down to some 7-pound fluorocarbon, and then I've got a single strand 20-pound trace, just to kind of negate for any of the pike teeth. Although, to be honest, the pike are putting in a good show today. So I've hooked 3 and landed 2, and that chub, that's all I've had. I've had a couple of little tugs from some smaller stuff. Just lure-wise, it's a little. They're like, it's like a Savage Gear Cannibal Shad, but I don't know if these are real. I get them on eBay, unmarked packs, but yeah, they're quite good. And I'm fishing it on a cheb with a sort of a weedless hook. Well, let's move down a little bit. So yeah, just a red, it's a tungsten cheb, so you get a little bit more weight in a slightly more compact bit ball bearing, or ball if you like, rather than lead. It's a bit more dense than lead. And yeah, just that weedless. Oh, there's some of the rod showing there. Right, let's get a lure out and see if we can see if there's any perch underneath them. I mean, there's no reason a big rod wouldn't take a lure. I mean, I've had them on very tiny lures before, although I think something this big might be pushing their luck. Fish on. There you go, guys, cracking little chub there. I've just scaled down to a tiny little lure. I'll show you in a second, but I haven't had a bite for 3 hours, so I thought, right, I'm chancing my arm a bit with just a little bit of heavy fluoro and a tiny little lure, but I'll show you in a second. So that's the lure I'm using. It's actually a trout magnet jig head with a cut down little tiny paddle tail. God knows where that's come from. It's one that I've had hanging around the end of it, hanging around in my box for ages. Oh, saw him take it. Cracking. There you go, guys, just in the upper lip there. Absolutely brilliant fun. Yeah, I could catch these little chub on lures all day long. Absolutely fantastic. Yes! A perch, that's it. I'll fin up as well. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with that. So I've had a pike, a perch and a chub all on a lure, even though it's a tiny little lure, but I'll take it. Absolutely fantastic. And another one there, guys, a tiny little bit bigger. Again, I just felt the lightest of touches, the lightest of bites, and yeah, got him. Absolutely brilliant. Well, guys, that was a little bit of fun. Just before I say anything else on the fishing, I just wanted to make a dedication to this video to someone called Gavin, who sadly passed away the week before last. Gavin, I don't know his surname, but he was one of my earliest subscribers on the Budget Angler. Right from the very first few videos, he commented week in, week out, and I bumped into him twice fishing the River Lee with his mate AJ, and I got to know them a little bit through just meeting them fishing. I think I bumped into them 2 or 3 times fishing the Lee in North London and around Hertford, and yeah, found out from AJ just through a comment on YouTube that Gavin had sadly passed away. So yeah, it's actually quite sad. Well, obviously it's sad, but yeah, affected me more than I thought, because you kind of, I won't say I take my subscribers for granted, but there are certain ones of you, and you know who you are, that you're there week in, week out, watching and commenting. And now that Gavin's not going to be, it's a sad thing. So he was such a keen angler, really good lure fisherman. He used to carp fish years and years ago, and then he packed it in and then started lure fishing, and he just solely did that. And he was a skilled angler. He had some real fantastic sort of lure fishing techniques, and when I'd been out and not been able to buy a bite, I'd bump into Gavin and he would have had fish because he was a better fisherman than me. So just dedicate this video to Gavin. And just moving on to today's fishing, I think a fitting video to dedicate to Gavin, because we had the top 3 lure caught fish for me. I've never caught a zander. Allegedly there are some in here, so you never know. I can live in hope, but absolutely fantastic fun. I'm out for far longer than I was planning to be, because it took ages to get a bite after that last pike, and then you saw I scaled down and I had those fish in those couple of swims, and that's it. And it's been an hour since then. I've had nothing else but loads of minnows sort of chasing and bumping into the lure, so they've been absolutely mullering it tonight. So but brilliant, really cracking day. I've really enjoyed making it. It's been nice to get back out and do a lure fishing video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you have done, I'd be grateful if you could hit that thumbs up. If you like the video and you've not watched them before, then do consider giving me a sub. And just a shout out to all my regular subscribers as well, really, just on the note from earlier. But so thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Fish on.